What's up, what's up, what's up? This your boy MDAVIS, and hey, this the Riding Out All Day podcast. And of course, I got my motherfucking nigga in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself, pimp.
You already know. It's your man Lord Wayne in this bitch. Millionaires, motherfucker, let's get it.
What's poppin'?
Shit. Chilling, eating some Peking duck. What you know good?
Wow, fancy shit. I'm finna make some tuna.
I mean, we millionaires, man. You about to make some lobster. You ain't making no tuna.
I prefer tuna over lobster, just unbiased opinion.
I mean, tuna's the shit, especially when my moms make that shit. My mom's always made the best tuna fish.
And I'm going on record saying I'm top 5 best tuna fish makers in the world.
I'm gonna have to see that for myself.
In the world, Craig.
Yeah, we'll see.
Back on road. But you know what I've been thinking about, dog? It's been on my mind for like 3-4 weeks. It's really been stressing me out. It's really been fucking with me.
Okay.
You know, and I feel like it's gonna be weird going back to wearing condoms again.
Nigga. Before we get to that, let's shout out the sponsors. Before we get to that, let's shout out the
nigga.
Sponsors.
Fuck them sponsors, nigga. Answer that question.
We gotta shout out DraftKings. They cut us a little check. Make sure y'all get y'all picks in on DraftKings. Shout out to DraftKings. We coming up. But anyways, I just had this conversation with a young lady that I have partaken in sexual activity with.
Are y'all wearing condoms or not?
No way, but my situation is way crazier because it's a caveat to this situation. Oh, we definitely going viral.
But see, this is the thing though. Like, I haven't worn condoms in about 6 years.
I mean, I believe you.
But now,
I believe you.
I see I'm forced. I'm gonna be forced back into it. But like, damn, I don't even remember the last time I walked into a convenience store or a CVS and bought condoms. That shit is sounding weird to me now.
It's too old for that shit.
I know. What do I look like? But I definitely can't. You know, I definitely got to do it. It sucks. Rest in peace to raw dicking.
Yo, raw dicking in your 40s is the only way. You might as well not have sex if you can't raw dick in the 40s.
Raw dicking in my 40s is what got me a 4-year-old in my 40s.
Well, I mean, I want another baby, but you know, you just can't raw dick everything. But I can't front. My raw dicking situation is nuts. Like, I had no business doing the raw dicking I was doing. So, but me and Shorty decided that we are not going to have any more sex because I can't raw dick it no more. Like, if I raw dick this anymore, it's going to turn into a horrible situation. So I'm just not gonna have sex now. I had stopped.
So basically, you're in the same place I'm at. What a coincidence.
I mean, yeah.
And for I mean, you know, I could technically be a no. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be crazy out here these days. I've been stressing about that for a while. Like, damn, I gotta put a condom on.
You know, but you know what? I'm gonna say this, brother to brother. The no sex joint ain't bad. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah. I mean,
it's not bad, honestly, especially at this point when I think about like the random shit and then I'm like, I should call such and such. But then I throw on like the OnlyFans joint and get through it.
Nigga,
I'm kind of happier that I didn't call nobody.
You got to think about it. When you mentally locked in and mentally focused on some shit, yeah. Sex is the last thing you're worried about. Do you want it? Yes. Do you care for it? Yes. But you're not thirsty for it. I ain't never been a thirsty nigga for nothing in my life.
Yeah, no.
You know, but you know, and just the thought of putting on a condom. I mean, it's gonna give me an extra 2 hours to hit something, but you know, just a thought. Thought I'd bring it to the pod.
Yeah, no, it's funny because me and Shorty really just had this conversation. She was even on the joint like, no, we just not gonna have sex no more. And I was like, I can't even be mad at you at this point for that. Cause like, what is life at 40 something with condoms? Condoms are so childish.
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't done it in so long. It might be the best shit that ever happened. it might be fun. I don't know.
I'm gonna say this.
We're gonna see.
In my experience, chicks tend to be equally as crazy whether you raw dicking them or with condoms. So it's, either way you go,
and
you still gotta deal with the bullshit if you're dealing with random. So,
and all I'm gonna say is, if you've been listening to the pod, MDAVIS just dropped another. I just dropped another jewel on y'all. Y'all better be listening. Open your ears. Anyway, what's going on in the crazy world of pod?
You know what's crazy that I've been locked in on? Speaking of condoms and no condoms, you seen this situation? No. We'll get into that later. I'm just saying, these OnlyFans chicks, I'm gonna just say this. These OnlyFans chicks need to strap up because there's a lot of crazy shit going on with that shit.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
But you see this shit with the cop that shot the basketball player chick? Her name's Sydney Wilson. She used to play for Georgetown back in the day. This shit crazy. You seen this shit?
Okay. I saw it. Rest in peace to that young lady. But why is it crazy?
Well,
and I'm not saying why is it crazy. Trying to be an asshole. I'm like,
no. I get it. You trying to definitely give the context for the listeners.
Yeah, like this.
It's crazy for a couple of reasons, and I'll say this. It's crazy because like the situation in itself, like where they get, I was wondering, I'm waiting to hear the story as to why the police even were at her door, because that part never got explained. They were just at the door next time.
I just looked it up like a little bit before we got on the pod. It said she called, or somebody called for a welfare check.
Yeah, and it seems like she had like some kind of mental thing going on because she opened the door, then she shut it back. She said, I can't talk right now, she shut it back. And then when she opened it back up, she came out swinging with the knife. And I think what even makes this story even crazier is we've gone through these last couple of years, been focused on cops killing people, specifically black people and all of those different things. Mm-hmm. Like, he wound up killing her. But in my estimation, I think about the liability of it, and I feel like he was well within his right because he tried his best to defuse the situation. And I understand people that say things like, why didn't he shoot for the leg, or why didn't he tase her, blah, 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 this is that and the third. Yeah, you could think of these things. I know with cops, they're trained to shoot to kill, so that's that. And the thing is, he gave this woman, because she sliced him as soon as she came out the door. He backed up. Yeah, when she first swung the knife, she got him. He backed up and he, pulled out his gun. He tried to get her to stop, calm down, tried to disarm her. She just kept. And the funny thing is, when he pulled the gun out at first, she started to back up, but then she started charging again. And unfortunately, it ended in her demise. And I'm looking at the comments online, and it spurs to like what our topic is today, like change. And do we really want it? Are we really comfortable with it? Because I remember the narrative at first was cops are just killing people and they're not being held accountable for it. So then we'll fast forward to Sonia Massey, the lady that got killed in her apartment. Totally inappropriate, totally cold-blooded. In my eyes, dude just pulled out the gun like, bitch, I shoot you in the head. I don't know what he was on, but he was held accountable. He got put in jail. He's waiting to go on trial. And I feel like this man is going to do a long time in jail. It is what it is. So we got what we were asking for. But then with this situation, I was looking at some comments where a lot of the comments I saw was that the cop was justified, no doubt. And I agree with that. I agree that he did everything that he could do, in my opinion, to disarm the situation. And it wound up to be an unfortunate thing, which is something that I'm sure happens quite a bit when it comes to policing. But you see a lot of the comments still saying, like when are the police going to be held accountable? So it's kind of like in a sense, we got the change, but are we really, were we ever just complaining about change, or we just complaining about things just because they are the way they are?
Well, you got to look at it like this. Every situation is different. So you can't base her situation on other situations that have happened. Some cops, try to do the right thing. Some cops is fucking assholes and they try not to do the right thing. I ain't defending neither nor.
Absolutely.
But from what I'm reading and what I looked at is she came at him with a knife and sliced his ass. If you was the cop, what would you have done?
I mean, you talking about me personally?
Yeah, you personally, but you're a cop.
If I'm a cop and she comes at me with a knife, and I'm only speaking, like you said, hypothetically, because I'm not a cop and I don't know what would happen in that particular situation. But I don't know. Like, am I trained to disarm somebody with a knife, or am I? I'm thinking.
Well,
about
remember, you've already been slashed, and you're sending commands to this woman to back up, put the knife down. I'm assuming he was yelling that shit. Maybe I should do more homework on this situation.
He definitely was. And the crazy part is he wasn't aggressive. You know how you usually see cops and they're very aggressive? He wasn't aggressive at all. He was very calm about himself.
So this situation isn't like other situations, like the Sonya Massey situation. Like, so we can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't take that situation for this situation or the next situation. It's all on a.
I understand what you're saying, but when I'm thinking about people in general, and it lends to the bigger conversation to change, people in general, do they really want change? Or do you just want something to complain about in the comfort of things that you feel like won't change? I'm all for, like, I understand that the change in a certain thing has to happen. So I'll be like, all right, cool. Like, if that's me in that situation, and if I got my gun in my hand and she keeps charging me, yeah, hypothetically, I'm a shooter. That's just what it is. It's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna protect myself at all times. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the one going home dying at night.
Okay, so if you shoot her and people protest and say they want change for the way cops, like, some people could be protesting like, hey, we need to change the way cops handle people with mental illness or whatever the case may be, to where they understand that we can't just shoot to kill. We got to try to disarm or taser or do something when we know they're mentally unstable. They could be talking about that type of change.
I get what you're saying, but that's taken into consideration because some people don't go down by tasers.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it could be a whole bunch of shit that different crowds gonna say they want change. Some could be like, yo, I want change from these racist police that be fucking us up and beating us up. Yeah. I want change in the laws of how they deal with mentally disturbed people. I want change in how cops are trained to deal with those situations. It could be anything. But I ain't knocking somebody for wanting some change. Now, do you have to contribute to that change or put effort towards it? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You can't say I want change. I want to change the way I act towards my girl and still do the same shit you've been doing, or I want to change my eating habits and you out here eating 4 for $4s. You see what I'm saying? So yes, you gotta want change. You just can't speak on changing. That's life though, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then it leads to a bigger question. Like, do people really want change? Because change comes with a lot of discomfort and things that you've never seen before. Like, a lot of the things we're going through right now is deeply rooted in change. There's a lot of changes going on that's fucking niggas up out here. So it's like, do people really want that shit? You sent me a post on Instagram, and I thought it was very interesting. At first, when I looked at it, I didn't know what I was looking at. I had to run it back again. And like, now that I'm looking at it, it's like things are always and ever changing, even the people around us. And it's like, why does it put us in the bad spaces when people change? Like if we want change and then the change starts to happen, because change goes both ways. It's not like things change and they only get better. Things change and they get worse too.
Oh my God, let me get my change counter started, because you just hit us with about 75 of them motherfuckers. I forgot what the fuck you was talking about. Nigga, I start checking my pockets and shit. Damn,
like,
right?
For real change?
Shit.
You got some shit, but no, that's some real shit though. Like, people around us change.
Do you remember the last big thing that was changed?
You talking about for me or just period?
Just for the world.
The last big change.
It was Obama. Remember that was his slogan?
So would be the last big change that we had?
No, remember that was like his slogan. He used to be like, change. We need to change. You remember that?
I do remember that. That's what he ran on the first time.
Yeah. You know, change is a very strong and powerful word.
It is.
And it's a gift and a curse. It could be evil. It could be beautiful. It could be a bunch of things. It's a very scary word, especially when you going through a change.
Nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga.
It could be, you know, like you said, are you really willing to go through what you got to make that change, MJ voice? And some people aren't. Like, I can tell you right now, I'm going through a lot of changes right now in my life. Some I'm fearful of. Some I want to hurry up and happen. Some I don't want to happen. Some I'm slowing up because I know what's going to happen, but it has to be done.
Let's pin that part though. That part, that's the interesting part right there. The ones that we slow up, although we know they are inevitable for our forward progress. Why do we get to that point? Like, why do we get to that point of change and then start the backtrack?
I could tell you easily because those changes that I have to happen affect more than just me.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it ain't just me changing. When that situation change, it's gonna affect shit. It could affect my next generation. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It could affect. It's just one of those, you know, one of those things, man. What about you?
Man, I feel like one of them homeless bums on the street. Crazy that I say that. How much change is going on with me? I feel like people are just throwing change at me at this point, but I feel like it's because what I asked for. I kind of asked for this. I asked for this expansion. I asked for more. I asked to break curses and things of that nature. So everything around me changed. It's like everybody around me just disappeared because they all started to change. But I feel like it wasn't them changing. It was me changing. It's really just me.
So you thought they was changing and it was really you?
At a point, I did think I thought they were changing, but I really just understood. Like, I'll give you an example. Me and my brother used to work together. We do things business-wise, you know. And I put it out there, full disclosure. The things that he wanted for himself didn't mirror the things that I wanted for myself. So I had to step back and understand that I could never be the person that I needed or wanted to be for myself while around that energy. So I noticed that towards the end of life.
So was that his energy you were a part of? Or was it your energy that he was a part of? Because that
it was his energy that I was a part of.
Okay.
It was definitely his energy that I was a part of. And that's been the narrative for me for a long time, is me just trying to be a part of other people's energies in hopes that they'll recognize and then show appreciation for the energy that I bring to the table. But when people don't have that drive for themselves, it's like, how can they ever appreciate your energy? So I noticed that, like, when I was in his energy and like just keeping minds dormant, you know, it was cool for him, but never beneficial for me. You get what I'm saying? Even if what's cool for him ain't shit at the end of the day, if you identify that for yourself to say, like, I know he could be doing much better than this, but hey, I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut. It wasn't until towards the end I started to be a lot more vocal about the things that I know I could do and that I wanted for myself, the things that I had already done and different things like that he started to change, but it wasn't him changing at all. It was me finally waking up and recognizing what it is that I want for myself and what I'm capable of. So that's when that dynamic broke apart. And I could say that for so many different people that I've been around. And it's happened. It's not the first time it's happened. It's just the most recent and the most major thing that's happened. It's my brother. That's who I grew up with at the end of the day. Somebody I was raised in the house with. That now we're just... I used to go from speaking to him every day to not speaking to him at all, because it's like I understood that his energy was not good for what I needed to accomplish, but it was only what I asked for.
And what if he felt the same way about you?
I mean, it more power to him, because I respect how I feel so much that I had to do that. So if he felt the same way, even though I know he don't, I totally would respect it. You get what I'm saying? Because I wanted that same respect in him. It was just a lot of things going on, a lot of people he was surrounding himself with that was just like, yeah, no, I'll be running in circles like a hamster on a wheel as long as I keep myself around this energy. So I had to change.
And I'm gonna keep it real. Like, all change ain't for the better. You know, you may think it is at the time, and later on be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely been in those situations where I thought I needed to change up in a situation when really I just needed to keep doing what I was doing and just be a little more consistent on my actions and what I had going on.
Yeah. And
it worked out better. So, like I said, changes is like a sneaky bitch. You gotta watch her. You know, when she good, she good. When she bad, she bad. Or a sneaky guy, depending on who the listeners are.
I will say this though. I will say if you want change, you got to be willing to go through these different things. You got to be willing to take the risk to see if it's going to be better or worse for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So change is inevitable. You know what I mean? But it starts with, like Mike said, the man in the motherfucking mirror. You got to look at yourself first and say, what is it that I want and I need? Mm-hmm. And then you go from there. You know what I mean? That's the only way that you can be, you know.
You could be 100 with yourself.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, you know, it's a lot of things that change people around us, you know, all that different type of 1, 2 and shit. So, I don't know. If you could change one thing about what's going on in your life right now, just one thing. I know it's a shitload of things, but just one thing. It ain't gotta be major. It could be something small. It could be your shoes. What would it be? Right now, this second.
What would be one thing that I would change
just
right
one
now?
Thing. One thing.
It would probably be. It's a good fucking question.
I mean, our top 5 is top 5 changes, and I'm just thinking of like lifestyle changes. But if it was one thing you could change right now, like right this second, what would it be?
Like right now?
Right at 3:22 Eastern time, 12:22 Western time. What would it be?
Wow. I would probably say right now at this time, I would probably change some financial things that I've done in the last month.
Okay.
That would probably be my major, like right now, if I could change something, it would definitely
pick something else, because low key that already happened. Pick something else. No, that's not a good one. Pick something else. That low key.
How you gonna tell me, nigga?
That low key is already done. Pick something else.
No, because you know, but what I'm saying is I don't mean it how you think I mean it.
Okay.
I mean it in another way.
I got you. So you're talking about like from like things that you've done that you probably would have done differently, basically.
Yeah. Knowing what I know right now at this time, at this day, you see what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah. What about you?
Not using the condom last time.
Stupid ass nigga. You got me over here deep in fucking thought. You gonna say that bullshit.
I told you it was gonna be something stupid inside your shoes, motherfucker. You ain't listening.
Nah, but I got that out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
Let's get to the top 5 then. Fuck it.
All right, so top 5 changes. What's the top 5 things that we would change about the ride, or that we are going to change moving forward about the Riding Out All Day motherfucking podcast?
So we're making a podcast wise.
Well, I mean, the podcast is what affects both of us, so I figured I'd throw the podcast in there as the thing. Like, we can talk about the shit we're going to change for ourselves. Like, new Range Rover, new house. I think that's cliche. The top 5 things that we will change about the Road podcast in this next chapter moving forward.
Go ahead.
My first one is fucking being on fucking time, nigga. Us doing this fucking podcast when we say we gonna do it. If y'all don't understand, as smooth as we be all over the fucking place. So I look forward to that change.
Listen to what he said, guys. We're all over the place.
We are all over the place.
The shit is called road.
That's true.
The roads are every fucking where.
That is true.
You feel me?
That is true. That is true. I mean, we don't miss a beat, so it's not like a complaint, but still, you know how I am. I'm so detail oriented. I be thinking about shit like, you go podcast at 3. Next thing I know, it'll be next Wednesday we be doing.
This nigga said next Wednesday.
That's still get great episodes though. So yeah, it would be that. That would be one thing.
I would say I do want to change our workloads.
Okay.
We need an assistant. We need an assistant. We need somebody that's computer savvy that could do all the shit that we be doing, because we could be recording
and doing and tending to other things. Like we got a whole marketing company that we need to tend to, but we tend to the podcast so much that it's just a lot on it. So yeah, that's
I think I know who'd be perfect for it.
Okay, well we'll talk about that off air.
They're white too. That's the crazy part. I'm joking. I just wanted to piss our audience off. I think we racist. I wanted to piss Alexis's 3% audience that we have. Told you it was fucking racist.
What else would we change? Damn.
Shit.
Yeah, can we make a top 5 list? I would change that we would have liquor to record. Like Drink Champs, we ain't got to get drunk like Drink Champs, but I want a liquor sponsor. So that's something I would change, that every time we record, it would be a bottle of Patron sitting in front of me or a bottle of Ciroc in front of you, so we could just be grooving. We ain't got to be drinking it, taking shots every 5 seconds, but just that. I don't want to buy my own liquor. I want the liquor to be sponsored. Okay. Shout out to DraftKings since they gave us a sponsor, but we need a liquor company to sponsor us.
We can make that happen.
So yeah, that would be another change.
I would also like a female co-host. I don't know why. I just feel like a female, not a co-host. Like I don't want you bothering us all the time.
I've been wanting that. It was this young girl. She was from Baltimore, and she never out to me. She was bad. I just thought she.
Yeah, see, that's why you wanted her, because she was bad.
No, but I don't want her. I want her because the young.
Nah, but that's what you said. That's what you said, though. That's what you said.
Whatever. I'm using condoms now, so it don't even matter.
We need an unbiased, unknown female co-host.
Well, she was unknown. She wasn't nobody big. I guess she thought she was too big for her britches and messed up her opportunity, but whatever.
Yeah, she ain't hit you back, nigga. You got curves, so she was big enough for y'all.
that ain't the first time I'd have been curved. Probably won't be about that. Whatever.
Oh shit, yeah, but
that's definitely a good change. A
little once a week co-host.
Shout out to the hookah hotties though.
Come in and stir shit up.
Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely. Number 5, what's the 5th one?
Shit, us, nigga.
Yeah. No, we are the biggest change we need to see, you know. I mean, I feel like we've been the change. If you go back to like the early episodes to now, we've changed like a motherfucker.
Shout out to my nigga C Jeezy.
Okay.
Just so y'all know. Shout out to C Jeezy. Anyway.
So in essence, as much as change is a thing, sometimes you can't change it all. Sometimes you gotta stay down on certain things as well. So.
All right, Obama.
Just wanted to put that out there. Shout out to CGZ.
All right, Obama.
Just wanted to put that out there.
Anything else you got on change, Obama? Yeah, what's the definition of change? Give us the definition.
Let me give you the official Webster's.
I think that's a good way to go out.
Yeah, let me give y'all the official. I don't want to just start talking on my ass like I do a whole lot.
Yeah, I was gonna co-sign you. Like, yeah, you did me.
We be wrong like a motherfucker. All right, so the definition of change is to make someone or something different, alter or modify. Both parties voted against proposals to change the law. Another definition is to replace something with something else, especially if something of the same kind is newer or better. Substitute one thing for another. She decided to change her name. It's a noun, the act of instance or making or becoming different. The change from nomadic to an agricultural society. And 2, coins as opposed to paper currency. A handful of loose motherfucking change, bitch. Which we gonna have a whole fucking lot of, or which we got a whole lot of. Yeah, so. Okay. My homeless ass got a whole bunch of change. So yeah, let's get it.
So y'all heard it here first. Make that change, y'all.
Yeah. I would say let's go out with Mike, but we probably gonna get a copyright strike.
We definitely getting a mic copyright strike. Don't even do it.
It's all good. It's all good.
Just take us out this bitch.
That's the Riding Out All Day podcast. We'll be episode 177, 78, 79. It's just season 8, y'all. We still turning up.